Paris Jackson, the daughter of pop icon Michael Jackson, recently found herself at the center of attention following a daring fashion choice that sparked a storm of controversy during Paris Fashion Week. Known for her unapologetic approach to fashion and self-expression, Jackson was spotted wearing a semi-sheer outfit that revealed much more than some of her followers were comfortable with. This bold look, which featured a top made from translucent material, caused quite a stir on social media, as many people took to platforms like Twitter and Instagram to voice their opinions. While some praised Jackson for her fearless style, others criticized her for being too revealing. The backlash was swift, with some fans and critics accusing her of pushing boundaries in a way that they felt was inappropriate or attention-seeking. In response to the criticism, Paris Jackson, ever the independent spirit, did not remain silent. She took to her own social media accounts to defend herself, addressing those who were freaking out over her appearance. Jackson expressed her frustration with the way society often judges women's bodies, especially when they choose to embrace their natural selves in ways that challenge conventional standards of modesty. She pointed out that her choice of outfit was not meant to provoke, but rather to celebrate her body and personal style. According to Jackson, the comments from her critics revealed a deeper issue within society, one that often shames women for being confident and self-assured. Throughout her response, Jackson reiterated her belief in the importance of body positivity and self-love. She stressed that her decision to wear the semi-sheer outfit was not about pleasing anyone else, but about expressing herself authentically. For Jackson, fashion has always been a form of self-expression, a way to communicate her identity without words. As someone who has spent much of her life in the public eye, she has often had to navigate the fine line between personal freedom and public scrutiny, a balancing act that many people, especially women, face in a world that is quick to judge and criticize. Jackson's defense of her outfit was not just a rebuttal to the critics, but also a larger statement about the way women's bodies are viewed and policed. She pointed out that, while some people found her choice of clothing to be inappropriate or offensive, others would never question a man wearing a similar outfit. This gendered double standard, she argued, was part of the problem. Women are often subjected to a different set of rules when it comes to their appearance, and when they challenge those rules, they are labeled as controversial or even scandalous. Jackson's response called attention to this hypocrisy and sought to shed light on the unfair treatment that women face in society when they choose to embrace their bodies without shame. It wasn't the first time Jackson had found herself in the crosshairs of public scrutiny. As the daughter of Michael Jackson and Debbie Rowe, she was born into the kind of fame that carries both privileges and burdens. Her entire life has been under a microscope, and her every move has been analyzed and critiqued by both the media and the public. Growing up with such intense attention placed on her, Jackson has often used her platform to discuss her experiences with fame, mental health, and the pressures of living up to the expectations placed upon her by the world. However, despite the constant scrutiny, Jackson has continued to push back against the constraints of fame and societal expectations. Whether it's her advocacy for mental health, her openness about her struggles with anxiety and depression, or her efforts to challenge conventional beauty standards, Jackson has always seemed determined to live on her own terms. In a world where many celebrities are expected to fit into a particular mold, Jackson has consistently resisted that pressure, choosing instead to embrace her individuality. Her response to the backlash over her semi-sheer outfit is just the latest example of her refusal to be boxed in by the expectations of others. For Jackson, this isn't just about fashion, it's about reclaiming her power and asserting her right to exist as she is, without fear of judgment or ridicule. She has always been outspoken about the importance of mental health, self-expression, and authenticity, and her recent remarks serve as a reminder that these values are central to who she is as a person. While some critics may continue to voice their disapproval, Paris Jackson's response has sparked an important conversation about body image, self-empowerment, and the way society treats women who dare to break the mold. Her message is clear: it's time for people to stop policing women's bodies and start celebrating the diversity of expressions that make each person unique. Whether it's in the realm of fashion or in everyday life, Jackson's stance is a call for greater acceptance, understanding, and respect for individual choices. The backlash against Jackson's outfit also highlights the broader cultural conversation surrounding fashion and modesty. In recent years, there has been a growing movement toward body positivity, with more people encouraging others to embrace their bodies in all shapes and sizes. However, despite this shift, there are still significant barriers to achieving true body acceptance. Women, in particular, continue to face immense pressure to conform to traditional standards of beauty and modesty, and when they challenge these standards, they often find themselves vilified. Jackson's response to her critics reflects a deeper societal issue that goes beyond fashion. It speaks to the larger conversation about the way women are expected to behave, dress, and present themselves to the world. In an era where women are constantly told to be better or more, Jackson's defiant attitude is a breath of fresh air. She is unapologetically herself, and she is using her platform to encourage others to do the same. In the days following the controversy, Jackson's supporters rallied behind her, applauding her for standing her ground and speaking out against body shaming and societal expectations. Many fans praised her for being a role model, not just because of her fashion choices, but because of the way she uses her voice to challenge the status quo. Jackson has always been more than just a celebrity. She is a voice for change, and her willingness to speak out against injustice has earned her the admiration of many. Ultimately, Paris Jackson's fashion choice and her subsequent response to the backlash are reminders of the ongoing struggle for women's rights and body autonomy. Her bold statement was not just a fashion moment, it was a declaration of independence, a refusal to let others define her worth or dictate how she should look or behave. In a world where women are often told to stay small, quiet, and conform to a narrow definition of beauty, Jackson's unapologetic self-expression serves as a powerful reminder that we all have the right to embrace who we are, free from shame or judgment.